President Obama says that he won't interfere with the Justice Department's probe into controversial Bush-era interrogation policies. But 7 former CIA directors want the Attorney General to pull back from any idea of prosecuting rogue interrogators. Michigan Congressman Peter Hoekstra is the ranking Republican on the House Intelligence Committee and joins us now from Washington. Thanks so much, Congressman. Thanks for being with us. What Eric Holder has said is that it's going to be limited to just those who went outside the already very permissive guidelines that were approved by the Bush-Cheney White House, and that they have not decided on any prosecutions yet. This is the preliminary stage. So why shouldn't he proceed?
Well, I think you have to take a look at this in the context. You know, these individuals, it was identified way back in 2004 that some people might have gone outside of the box, the permitted box of what they were entitled to do. The CIA self-reported this. It was reviewed by Congress. It was reviewed by the Justice Department. The CIA held some of these individuals accountable through internal procedures. And then the Justice Department did prosecute one individual for breaking the rules and, from their perspective, breaking the law. They prosecuted him successfully.
And that was the case
what we're now seeing is with no new evidence.
In Afghanistan, correct? I mean, that was a case where someone actually died at the hands of an interrogator in Afghanistan.
I believe that's correct, yeah. And what we now have is we have a new administration coming in, and as far as we can determine, there's been no new evidence presented saying, here's new information. We need to go back and reinvestigate what the previous Justice Department, the career professionals, the determination that they made. So in many cases, this is almost like double jeopardy for these folks within the CIA.
But, Congressman, to that point, it isn't really double jeopardy, because these are cases where one set of prosecutors looks at it through one filter, but there was an election, and we've already heard many instances where, in fact, there's an investigation going on into the politicization alleged of the Justice Department in the previous administration. So wouldn't you expect that this new administration and a new Attorney General would look at it with fresh eyes?
Well, but remember, these things, there's no evidence that this was a politicized decision at all. I think, your previous guest, Jane Harmon, who's a great friend of mine, indicated that this was done by the career professional attorneys within the Justice Department who made the determination that no prosecutions were warranted. And we're really going to send a chilling effect not only through the CIA, but through the entire federal bureaucracy, and maybe through the criminal justice system, if we say that every time there's a change in administration, the decisions that were made by the previous administration are going to be up for grabs and are going to be reevaluated. There's no indication at all in these cases that the decisions that were reached were politicized decisions. These were career professionals who made the determination that said no, there was not enough wrongdoing, or there was no wrongdoing that warranted prosecution.
Let me ask you about the terror suspects, the suspects who are accused of lying to the FBI in a terror investigation, who are going to be in court today. Do we know anything more? Is this something where we believe that New York City was being targeted? There has been some speculation that backpacks on the subway may have been one of the issues here.
Andrea, I'm sure that there's a whole lot more that we know, but it's an ongoing investigation, and I'm sure that they're following a tremendous number of leads to get exactly to the bottom of this. Other individuals that may or may not have been involved, the exact type of plot or attack that was being contemplated, where and when those types of attacks were being contemplated. I think we need to just be very, very careful talking about this, because I'm sure we have lots of questions. There's lots of other answers that we'd like to have at this point. It's an ongoing investigation.
All right, Peter Hoekstra, thank you so much, Congressman, and we will continue this subject.
Always good to be with you. Thank you.
Because coming up, we'll have former